everybody, welcome to Nelly's African Kitchen, where I bring African food to the American table. Hey, today we are going to cook the Kenyan tea, masala. Some people call it masala, some people call it spicy tea. So it's gonna be simple and easy. And just to let you know, it's fall here in US, in Washington, and it's getting a little bit cold and chilly. And I love having my warm or hot tea every evening with this kind of temperature out there. Yesterday was Halloween. My husband and the kids were going for their trick and treat, I believe. So of course they're going with the candies and all that, you know, tricking around the houses. Guess what Mama did? I just stayed inside and I decided to trick and treat myself with chai, hot chai and mandazi. You know what? I wasn't raised up with a Halloween holiday, but you know what? They say when you go to Rome, do what Romans do. So my husband, my kids, they do what they do. They love their Halloween. But with me, I just get stuck here in the house, just enjoying my tea. You know, they say sometimes you can take a girl from the village, but you can't take the village out of the girl. That's exactly what I'm doing. Speaking of a village, a girl in the village, this tea really reminds me of how I grew up. Very early in the morning, I'll be having chai every time. And when you have chai in Kenya, it's normally part of your breakfast, or sometimes the evening when you're trying to catch up with the families and everybody just getting ready before dinner. And I also like mandazi, goes very well with it. I hope you stick around because after this video for chai, I'll be cooking some yummy lemon mandazi for you. So today we have a few spices. It's very easy. Cooking chai should not really be very complicated. Everybody has a different ways of doing it. I try to make it easy for you. First, put some water. I will show 2 cups of water, one cup of milk, or you can do vice versa. If you like milk more, you can put 2 cups of milk with 1 cup of water if you like it. And then I'll be putting tea on it, and I'll show you once I start cooking. So I do have some Kenyan tea here that sometimes I get it from specialty stores. But if you don't have that, Lipton is also a very good, or any other black tea that you prefer is very great. I have spices here. Today I'm gonna be putting the 3 types of spices. I have the cardamom, I have the clove, and I have a cinnamon sticks here. So normally it's either I can crush it together, or sometimes you can just boil it the way it is. So I'll do it that. And for those who love sugar in their chai, well and good. You can always mix chai. I always like brown sugar. If you prefer white sugar, good for you. For me, I'm going through a little dieting now, so I'm gonna stay away from sugar. But either way, whatever makes you feel comfortable. One tip for chai though, when you're in Kenya, normally we have chai that comes, you know, the tea leaves are they come in a bucket. So you can literally scoop and put in the chai. But in this case here in America, it's very hard to get that. So we have a lot of these bags. So what I will do, I'll be using the bags inside. It makes it easy. And also if you don't have anything, any sieving, if you don't have it, you might just be okay with it. You can drink without sieving it. But when you use the other tea leaves, you have to sieve it. And most of the time, with the Kenyan, you'll see them, or African, a lot of time they have this for sieving. With you don't need it. But if you just want to make sure that any debris there, you're removing any little thing. And especially in this case, if you are using the spices without powder, if they're not powder, you definitely need to have a sieving so that you can sieve it. So, well, that being said, welcome aboard. Let's start cooking chai and let's enjoy. See you shortly. First of all, you start with boiling the water. I just put 4 cups of water here because with me I have a bigger family, so I have to go to almost 6 cups of water to be enough. So if I go 2 cups of water, I will put 1 cup of milk. But if I go to 6, of course, I will be putting 3 cups of milk. So after putting there, again, just try to make it simple, easy. You can use measurement cups, but with me, I just want to make it, I'm very old school. I just try to make things easier. So I will be I will wait for it to boil. After it boils is when I'm gonna be putting milk. Okay, now the water has started boiling. I'm gonna put 3 cups of milk. Remember, I put 6 cups of water. And depending on the size of people you're cooking for, of course, you reduce the ratio. So that's 3 cups of milk. I will go ahead and dump 6 bags of tea leaves. And remember my spices, cinnamon, clove, and cardamom. I'm just gonna dump them there inside like that. I like it more spicier, so I'll put more. But again, things like this with spices, it really depends with how much you can handle. So you can either put more or less. Again, if you have like crushed spices together, like the powder, that's also okay. You can just put very little spoonful. So what I'm gonna do is the heat, when the water was boiling, it was very high. I'm gonna just put medium so that the tea can really simmer very good with the spices and the tea leaves together. And once it starts boiling and you'll see the color, give it like boiling like almost 3 minutes. Then you're ready to go. Then we'll sieve it and serve it. The sugar, sometimes people tend to put the sugar inside the pot, but I do prefer just putting sugar on the side. Just serve it on the side, because sometimes you have visitors who don't like sugar, or maybe they have a certain, a certain kind of sweetness they prefer. So I prefer you serve the sugar on the side for somebody to serve themselves. Well, I'll see you shortly. Here we go. My tea here is all good. My chai masala here latte is ready to go. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit like this to have all the spices and all the tea mixed up. And if you don't have a sieving like this, you can always also do the old school. Be careful you don't burn yourself. I'm used to doing this for a long time. You can also mix it like that. And hey, look at that. The color looks perfect. That's how I like it. I like it more darker. If you don't like it darker, that's fine. You just reduce the tea leaves you put in. Then you can get a lighter version on it. Well, we are getting ready to serve, and we'll be ready with our great yummy tea masala here. Here you go. My chai is ready here. My chai masala, or spicy masala if you want to call it. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. There you go. Just served you a very good chai. And as you can see, I'm gonna be serving my family, my kids, and my husband with the little snacks here, because the mandazi is gonna take long before I finish. But I want to make sure that they're not getting hungry. There you go. That's the chai. I hope you get yourself some good masala chai or spicy masala chai. Trust me, it's good with this cold weather out there. And you know what? You take care of yourself, and God bless you, and God bless America. Bye-bye.